years ago, and running Group 4610, and just here to talk about a big shift in our business, going to the lead buyer agent showing assistant model that's really transformed that side of our business.
So talk to me about that, because you were skeptical.
Skeptical for 2 years. I heard you talk about it 3 to 4 times a year in person for 2+ years, and I told myself the same story I believe what a lot of other agents are telling themselves, which is it can't work in my market, at my price point, or with my number of leads. No one will work for 25% of the commission. So I fell into that trap, and it was last November Mastermind. It was probably the 150th time I heard you say it, and I went, you know what, I want better results than what we currently have.
Yeah.
And that's when we decided to make the shift.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Well, last year we had a group of very talented agents. We had 3 total buyer agents. One of them, Brandon, to my right, who will be up next. And we knew that Brandon was special from the time we met him, from the standpoint of I'd never heard anybody who could speak on the phone, who could convert at a high level as Brandon had, what he had demonstrated in his first few months in real estate. And so it was very clear to us at that point that it's time to follow, Gary's lead and give up the control of that and go to the lead buyer agent showing assistant model and work into that. And so essentially we went home and pitched the idea to Brandon of what you had been talking to us about for years now, and he bought in right away.
Right, Brandon, pick it up and tell us what happened.
Well, it really came down to a perfect fit. I mean, I stepped into the role and just started, being able to tackle all the leads, being the point of contact for everything, and put myself in a position to convert as much as possible.
Right.
Once that conversion rate picked up, I found myself, like you've mentioned on a few occasions, just maxed out at 4 or 5 deals a month, and that clearly wasn't enough, nor was it the vision that we were going for.
Right. So what happened?
Enter the showing assistant model. We sat down, we interviewed a lot of talented people, but one individual came through, and we took that hire real serious. I know a lot of people just, they pick up buyer's agents like they're candy. Yep. We took the hire very serious, got in there, and he, he hit the ground running as well. So I mean, he entered into our business very smoothly at that point. I got to just hand over all of the clients and let him go show, and I sat and converted.
I want to say something, and I know Kristen's going to talk about it, but we went through the recruit select process like we've been taught and trained. I mean, we've both been through that class. Fred has been through that class over and over and over again, and so some people go, well, you don't need it. You don't need to do that for fill in the blank position, and we absolutely believe you have to do that. So we stay true to the recruit select process in our showing assistant. We talked to quite a few different people, and we all landed on the same person, and hired that person, and he's since joined the team and really taken on that role.
So tell me how it's working out. What are the pros and the cons?
For me, the pros are I don't have weekly buyer team meetings any longer with more than one person. They happen with one person, and it's very clear, and it's more on the vision and the direction of the team, as opposed to we don't have enough leads, or what are we going to do about this, or what's the blog going to look like, or anything like that. That's all Brandon.
You're talking to a leader now.
Yes.
You're talking to basically the buyer leader of the business. He's a manager, is essentially.
He is absolutely. I consider him to be another partner in the business because he's got that level of responsibility. So the pro instantly was a sense of relief, and instantly was an increase in production.